Welcome to the video on sustainability, a key requirement. In this video, we will understand why sustainability has become such an important requirement in today's world. Now, in the quest to improve our standard of living and lead a comfortable life, we are continuously engaged in producing new products and technologies. Also, business organizations are constantly engaged in increasing their profitability and market share. Now, this has led to a growing concern regarding the impact of our businesses on the environment. Now, let's understand some of these concerns. So the first concern is depletion of natural resources. We all know that oil, natural gas, and coal are the key natural resources. Now the inflow of these natural resources is very limited. These natural resources are made by the plants that died numerous years ago and got converted into oil, coal, and natural gas. It is very difficult to increase the natural resources because it depends on the mix of having the right geology, geography, weather, as well as geopolitics. Now, what is more concerning is that based on the current levels of consumption of these natural resources are depleting very, very quickly. Now let's understand this concept in more detail. Now consider a simple example. Assume that you have a bucket of water for doing your household chores. The water here represents the natural resources. Now this is the original water level or the level of natural resources, let's say, that you have. Now assume that you are single and your usage of this water is 1 liter per hour for your regular chores. So now what happens is, so you have consumed 1 liter per hour as you are currently single, and this is the new level of the water after you have consumed this. But you have a tap of water at home which also replenishes this at the rate of 1 liter per hour. So now what happens is that you get the same level of water. So you are back to the original level where you started. Now let's assume scenario 2. So this is still your original water level or original natural resource level. However, you are now married and have kids. So your consumption becomes 2 liters per hour. However, the replenishment is still the same. The tap at home still gives 1 liter per hour. So what you end up with is a deficit of 1 liter. So this was the original level after your consumption. However, the replenishment is only 1 liter. So you end up with a level here. So this was the replenishment. Now what this means is that the deficit is equal to 2 minus 1 is equal to 1 liter per hour. And as you go on, the deficit continues to increase because your consumption is higher than the rate of replenishment. And that's what we were saying here, that the current level of consumption is depleting the natural resources very quickly. In other words, our consumption rate is faster than the rate at which these natural resources are getting produced. Now let's look at the second concern. Now, the second concern is the waste generated from production and service systems. Now, the natural resources are made up of carbon, and when we burn them, we emit extra carbon, which adds to the total amount in the atmosphere. The increased level of consumption of natural resources and industrial activity leads to generation of enormous amounts of toxic industrial and solid waste. And this in turn is leading to atmospheric pollution and has started threatening our health. So this is the perspective from natural resources, which has made sustainability a key requirement in today's world.